Hey guys, and welcome to part 16 of the F1 Manager Minardi Manager Career mode, where we're trying to take Minardi to be the best team around. And what I'm still ecstatic to is we're not the best team around at the minute, but we are the team that's holding 9th in the Constructors. And you know what? A good performance in either Malaysia or in Suzuka, Japan, and we could climb up from 9th to 7th. We could easily get past BAR. We got 2 points in the last race. Why can't we get 2 points this race? It's been a brilliant season for us, to be honest. Head of Arrows, and obviously Arrows have had it, as we saw in that beautiful tribute at the end of the last episode. Arrows aren't taking any more part in the season, and Prost have been just the worst team, well, the most underperforming team this season. But anyway, yeah, so as part 16, we are going to be heading off to the Malaysian Grand Prix, the first time ever that we're going to be at the, well, the first time ever F1's going to be at the Malaysian Grand Prix in 1999. And hence why there's no lap record. So, I say it's laps episode, but I'm going to make sure that I am the first car out on track, well, either Badoer or Genet. Probably Badoer, because he's driver number 1, yeah. So I'll make sure Badoer is the first one out on track, and he's going to hold the lap record around Malaysia. But we'll get to that in a sec. We've got, I think it's 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks between that race and, well, where we are at the minute. So we'll see if any news comes in between now and then. So I'll see you then. Okay, so hey guys, so we have got some news, although at the minute it's just looking like sponsorship news, which obviously, oh hang on, champion back Sauber. That's ironic for a team which probably aren't ever going to be champions, especially if real life 2015 season, and the troubles they've gone into, which have been brilliant. And also, in this game, and how we were outpacing them last race, I don't think they're going to be champions anytime soon. So that's ironic. And we've got this rumour, the third time around we've had this rumour, James Hawkins going to Ferrari. And we've already discussed last episode about how he's an EA employee. But Ferrari were also rumoured to go with this guy, who's also an EA employee, and driver number 2. Hang on. How? He's driver number 2. Remember last episode I showed you the picture of the games he's worked on. I'll get it back up because I'm not really believing what I'm seeing, to be honest, because apparently Ferrari have signed Neil McEwan as driver number 2. But that's... my head hurts. How have Ferrari done that? Because they've got Michael Schumacher as driver number 1. I mean, you can check all this down in the description if you want. You know I'm not lying, you can check in the description. But they've got Schumacher's driver number 1. That's perfectly logical. They've got Badoer as their test driver, which is fair enough. I'm pretty certain Badoer has been a test driver for Ferrari in the past. But why have they signed Badoer as the test driver if they've got this, for want of a better word, this idiot as driver number 2? Because he's just an EA employee. That's all he is. He's just an EA employee. So why not have him as test driver and Badoer as number 2? I'm really confused. That's really weird. I thought he'd be a test driver, but of course they've already signed their test driver spot. Well, I should tell you what. I think he's the only EA employee who has been signed by a team as as a role other than a test driver. So we'll see how well he does. Probably not very well, but we're going to be comparing him directly with Michael Schumacher. So that is going to be an interesting part of next season, is how well can an EA employee do in comparison to the mighty Michael Schumacher. Okay, only one bit of news, but that was... I've got nothing to say. Okay, I'm going to move back into more believable news, because I still don't believe that happened. And I think it just said that they built another chassis, was it? No. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. They're estimating the chassis is going to finish by the 11th of December. Hang on, that's a worry, because because it's got to be done by the 31st of December, and it's been delayed. So I'm going to get Gabriel Giudosi some more designers, because at this rate, you might not get it done in time, because the date keeps on getting pushed back. There you go, 26. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully you should get it done, because if you don't get the chassis designed in time, then you get sacked. So I'll give him some more designers. Hopefully it'll be done in time, and hopefully I don't get sacked. So I've done the hard work. I don't want to lose at the easy part, but yeah, they've made the new chassis, which is good, because obviously both of our cars are running old chassis that are 6% worn. I think 6 or 7% worn, something like that. So they made a new one. We'll probably fit that to Badoer, so Badoer can have a brand new chassis for his car. But yeah, no, we've actually got merchandise offer. What's this? T-shirts. So what says the third piece of merchandise? Minardi Career will accept that. It's an extra 30 grand per race. So hang on, what have we got now? So we've got, in terms of merchandise, we have got. Oh well, hang on. No, that's okay. So merchandise. So we got T-shirts. We haven't got any of this yet, which gives us 30 grand a race. Then we got mugs. Oh no, hang on. Oh right, no, hang on. No, I'm confused. I thought we had another one. Or maybe the other one was T-shirts and they just renewed their contract. Well, whatever. We got Minardi T-shirts and Minardi mugs are available to buy. So there you go. You can go out and buy them if you want. I don't know who would. I probably would actually, if Minardi was still a team in real life, but they're not. That's Toro Rosso, but that's a different subject. Anyway, that's the news for this week, 4th of October. We've still got 2 more weeks till the next race. So I'll see if there's any more controversial news between now and then. So I'll see you then. Okay, so hey guys, so you'll notice actually we skipped right to the 15th of October, and genuinely there was no news. It wasn't even, the news page never came up. It wasn't even a case of there were only sponsor news. There was no news at all, which is rare, but I think it's because most teams have confirmed everything. Pretty much. Again, you could check down the description, but I'm pretty certain most teams have confirmed everything, or almost everything, so we had 2 weeks where there's no news, so so the only real bit of news we had, it made up for the lack of news by being so controversial. I don't know, just so surprising, shocking, really. But anyway, yeah, we got the Malaysian Grand Prix, the first time that we've had the Malaysian Grand Prix. Well, obviously not just in this series, but the first time ever. 1999 was the debut year for the Malaysian Grand Prix, and it's a good track. I like it. It's got very unpredictable weather, which obviously weather doesn't apply in this game, but anyway, no, we've got very unpredictable weather. It's a very interesting track. I actually personally love the track. I think it's one of the more underrated tracks actually on the F1 calendar. And as you can see, it seats 100,000 spectators. So I think 100,000 spectators are going to see Minardi briefly hold the lap record around Malaysia, because that's what we're going to do. There is currently no lap record, well, no F1 lap record around there. So we're going to see if we can beat that and hold it, even if it's only for a few minutes. So we'll head on to breaking a record. So I'll see you guys for the practice report. Actually, no, you won't see us for the practice report. You will see me when we break the record. So I'll cut to the record-breaking moment now. So I'll see you then. Okay, so hey guys, so here we are. Badoer is leaving the pits, and as you can see, he is the first car out on track in the free practice session. Ahead of Genet, so unless Genet passes Badoer or beats his lap time, then we're going to see a record held by Minardi. So hang on, let's just quickly speed this up. Okay, so, well, hang on, the gap seems to have been built by Badoer. This is weird, because Genet has, for the most part, been the quicker driver this season. So let's just follow with Badoer now, because surely he's going to... It's only an outlap, remember, this isn't even his flying lap, but this is an outlap, but still a lap nonetheless, and it will still set a time. It's not going to be competitive, but it's still going to be a lap time set, and surely he is coming around the second to last corner now onto the back straight, or well, the back straight that is opposite to the main straight. Well, not, yeah, opposite, parallel to maths. Well, whatever. Look at Badoer. You see, he's proud. He looks proud. The Minardi looks proud. The kicker's sponsorship on the side of the car, which we can't see, looks proud as he comes around the last corner, and we're going to see something absolutely amazing. Luca Badoer is going to set a race, well, not a race lap record, but a lap record, an F1 lap record there, 2 minutes. It's a terrible lap, but Luca Badoer has set a lap record, an F1 lap record around Malaysia. How brilliant is that? And he's going to go one. No, Gené's miles off. I'm going to look into that actually while Gené's miles off. I'll look into that in a sec, but I'm going to skip on a bit, and I'm sure you're going to see Badoer on his. Yes, this is his first flying lap actually. So we'll see Badoer surely beat his lap time, because as you can see there, he is about 3 seconds up on his own time, and surely we're going to see Badoer. He's already holding the F1 lap record around Malaysia, and surely he's going to beat that, because obviously this is a flying lap, this isn't his out lap. And we're seeing Badoer, he's coming down the back straight, looking proud, looking smug to his. It's probably the only time he's ever going to hold a lap record. And he's now coming around the last corner, and Badoer, he's already got the record around Malaysia, but he's going to absolutely smash the F1 lap record with a 1:56.8. That is a Minardi record there. Minardi are holding. Hang on, he's gone second. Oh, Johnny Herbert, you've ruined the fun. Hang on, Johnny Herbert went faster in his out lap than we did on our flying lap. Well, for a few seconds there, a few glorious seconds. Badoer! Badoer? Okay. What's going on? What on earth is going on? I'm really confused right now. I don't have a clue what's going. Hang on, was that an Arrows? We just saw an Arrows out there. Yes. Okay. What is this? What is going on in this game right now? I think the game's having a fit. It's showing me a replay of nothing. What is going on? I think the game has gone mental. Hang on. Okay, that was really weird. I have no idea what happened there. What? Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. Well, Badoer's just crashed out. I think it's because he's so ecstatic that he actually held a lap record around a track. He just crashed out with excitement. That's my excuse. Did something fail in his car, or was he just so excited? Oh, great. Bloody Ford Zetec ruining our fun. How typical's that? Great. So, we've got a moment of glory, but it's just been shattered by Ford Zetec, so thanks. But anyway, so we've just set our practice laps, and I'm going to tell Gené to come in quickly before the engine blows up. Yep, Gené, you do that. So he's going to be coming in. That's everything, that's all dandy. So, yeah, I'll be coming to the practice report now, after all that weird stuff. We're coming to the practice report, so I'll see you guys then. Okay, so the practice session around the first ever F1 Malaysian Grand Prix has just ended, so let's take a look at these debut results around Malaysia. So Mika Häkkinen is the first person in F1 to top the timesheets around Malaysia, with his teammate following just behind in second. The brand new track seemed to suit Rubens Barrichello in the Stewart, as he sets an impressive time in third, with the track also seeming to suit both Williams cars, with Ralf Schumacher in fourth, and Zanardi having an impressive performance for a driver who has really underperformed this season and is in fifth. And another impressive feat is in sixth, where Eddie Irvine is able to beat his teammate, so Eddie Irvine gets the last points place in sixth. So as I just mentioned there, Eddie Irvine beat Schumacher as Michael Schumacher is down in 7th and is actually behind his brother, who is in 4th. Johnny Herbert is in 8th and is nowhere near the pace of his teammate. Giancarlo Fisicella is in 9th with Heinz Alfredson the Jordan having a bit of a terrible practice session to be down in 10th. Alexander Wirth is in 11th with Pedro Diniz and Jean Alesi in 12th and 13th, having very good practice performances for them. Luca Badoer is in 14th in the Minardi, a very impressive performance for him. And actually the guys back at Minardi were very excited when they broke the lap record, as we can see from this. We're going to see something absolutely amazing. Luca Badoer is going to set a race, well not a race lap record, but a lap record, an F1 lap record there, 2 minutes, it's a terrible lap. But Luca Badoer has set a lap record, an F1 lap record, around Malaysia. How brilliant is that? And we're seeing Badoer, he's coming down the back straight, looking proud, looking smug to us. It's probably the only time he's ever going to hold a lap record. And he's now coming around the last corner. And Badoer, he's already got the record around Malaysia, but he's going to absolutely smash the F1 lap record with a 1:56.8. That is a Minardi record there. However, shortly after holding the lap record, Johnny Herbert beat them. And then not only that, Luca Badoer's engine failed in the car, and the temporary lap holder around Malaysia in F1 had to cut his practice session short. The future Minardi driver Damon Hill has an awful practice session to be down in 15th and is even behind his teammate. Jarno Trulli is in 16th with Jacques Villeneuve, the former world champion, having a horrible practice session in the BAR all the way down in 17th. Olivier Panis is in 18th. Marc Genet has a dreadful performance in comparison to his teammate to finish 19th. Ricciardo Zonta is the last car to set a lap time, and he had an awful practice session as he only completed 1 lap, as you can see on the timing sheets, and that's why he's so far off everyone else. And just a reminder, both Arrows are no longer competing in this championship due to them running out of engines, as we saw last race, but fortunately for the team, as they're only missing 3 races, the FIA and Bernie Eccleston are allowing them to stay and keep their 10th position in the Constructors if they keep it, which will be vital to the struggling team. Oh yes, Luca Badoer has just completed his flying lap in qualifying rather, and Genet's just completed his flying lap in qualifying, and that means we're holding the qualifying lap records around Malaysia. God, these records just keep on coming. So Genet is holding the qualifying lap record because we found what was out of his car. It's just a massive flaw in the setup of his car. So let's see Genet. As you can see, number 1. You don't often see that in a Minardi. He is first. Oh, he's down second. Who beat him? Was it Johnny Herbert again? No, it was Jean Alesi in the Sauber. Considering we outpaced Sauber massively last race, this is quite disappointing. But what am I doing? Anyway, so there you go. There was Genet, the former qualifying lap holder. Where is the current one? There you go. There's Jean Alesi. He's looking proud. Anyway, that's qualifying. Well, I'm going to skip through. Well, it's not skip through. Speed it up. Probably get Genet and Badoer out for some more laps, and I'll cut to the qualifying report around Malaysia. Okay, so the first ever Formula 1 qualifying session around Malaysia Sepang has just ended here, so let's take a look at the results. Pekka Häkkönen's winning the prize of the first ever pole position in an F1 Malaysian Grand Prix to be in first, with Eddie Irvine really improving and actually beating his teammate for one of the few times this season to be in second. Damon Hill improved massively on his practice pace to be right up with the bigger teams in third in the Jordan, and even beating David Coulthard, who was down in fourth in the much bigger and much more developed McLaren car. Giancarlo Fisicella was in fifth for a good performance at Benetton, and Ralf Schumacher just hangs on to the top 6 in 6th. Rubens Barrichello was in 7th, with Michael Schumacher way down the field in 8th, and this is really unusual for the title contending driver, especially as he's been beaten massively by his teammate for one of the few times this season. Johnny Herbert is in 9th, and Heinz Alfredson again having a lacklustre session down in 10th. Minardi wasn't able to capitalise on his good practice pace to fall down the field to where he normally is in 11th, Genet, the temporary qualifying lap holder in Malaysia before it was beaten by Jean Alesi, ended up qualifying in 12th, with Alexander Wirth down 13th and Jean Alesi in 14th. Luca Badoer then finishes 15th, which is surprising considering how much slower he is than his teammate, especially as Badoer is driver number 1 at Minardi, and driver number 2 has again beaten the driver number 1 at this team this season. And Badoer's extra title and extra money he's getting this season, combined with how his driver number 2 is so much better than him, tensions really boiled over at Minardi once Badoer crashed out of qualifying. Oh, Badoer. Badoer, that's disappointing. You the lap record holder, you were. And you see, that's why Genet's getting a race seat next season and you're not. Just typical. The big ARs are unable to improve on their lackluster practice performance to be down 16th and 17th. Olivier Panis is down in 18th in the Prost, with Pedro Diniz in 19th, and the person who set the slowest lap time this session was a massive surprise, as it was Jarno Trulli, a driver who is rated quite highly amongst other people on the grid. And just another reminder, the Arrows haven't set a lap time due to their lack of engines, and as such, despite them being forced to make the field for tomorrow's race, they're unlikely to even complete a lap, and as such, are sort of excluded from the remainder of the championship. Okay, so hey guys, so you just saw the practice and qualifying report there, and you also saw the brief moments where Minardi was actually holding a lap record, but you also saw me get very angry at Badoer, because Badoer is the driver number 1 at Minardi, and it's really weird how he is being outpaced by the driver number 2 of Genet, and it's not the first time it's happened this season. It's happened loads of times this season how Genet has outperformed Badoer, and actually, although Badoer's scored some points to us this season, really for the most part Genet has been the quicker driver, and you know, I just got very angry there, and that's why how despite the fact we're paying Badoer more and how he is driver number 1, how for the most part he has been slower than Genet, and as we saw down qualifying again he was slower once we fixed Genet's car setup, and I was not like I'm annoyed by it. It's more a case I'm just baffled. How can he be driver number 1 but slower? I was baffled, but whatever. So that's the race strategy. Genet pinning in a lap later, but for some reason carrying less fuel. And again, that's another advantage of Genet. Not only is he quicker, he's also more fuel efficient. Sounds like Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, because as we all know, Nico Rosberg is slower than Lewis Hamilton, but also Lewis Hamilton is more conservative with his fuel. So I don't know how he can be more fuel efficient and quicker, but Lewis Hamilton's done it. Marc Genet seems to be doing it. There, I'm going to stop rambling on, and we're going to head out to the start of the Malaysian Grand Prix. The first ever Malaysian Grand Prix in F1, but also, obviously, crucially, the first one in this F1 Manager Series, and we're ahead of BARs, which is a massive surprise. And there's both Arrows at the back of the field. I'm sure they're going to crash out by the first corner, as they have done for other parts of the season. And God, that frame rate then, I don't know if that showed up on the recording, but that was atrocious. It's not my, I was going to say my computer, my laptop's bad, because it's not that weird. It's not rear-ended then by a BAR, but no, it's not like my laptop's that bad. Oh, De La Rosa, that's pathetic. Your wheels are locking up, but you're barely moving. That is pathetic. What is he doing? Just sliding off very slow. Oh, De La Rosa. What was that? Yeah, we're going to actually see some action now. And there's that Fisicella getting past a Ferrari of Schumacher. Schumacher's been dreadful this session. And hang on, Fisicella has got past him as well, has he? Yeah, he has got past the FedEx Ferrari there, and I don't know why Ferrari's got the FedEx sponsor on the side. I personally don't think it's that good, because Ferrari have big name sponsors like Shell and Vodafone and that, you know, more glamorous sponsors. And FedEx, I can even see FedEx vans around, you know, when I'm going to college. So it's not exactly glamorous, you know, FedEx Takaki deliberately made that dramatic then. Deliberately made that dramatic. Okay. Well, he is... Oh, De La Rosa! Just, if you're gonna retire, just please actually retire. What is he doing? This is absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, please tell me he's retired, please. I'm getting bored at looking. Thank God he's gone. But here we are, FedEx Ferrari. I mean, yeah, I keep even saying FedEx fans when I'm going to college. So, it's not like they're a glamorous sponsor. I mean, what are they, just a parcel delivery company, FedEx? So why I've gone for them? I don't know, but this game is a bit weird. And Fisicella. Oh, Fisicella, you are doing so well this race. He did quite well in Monaco, or at least Monaco practice and qualifying. I can't remember the race, but he's done well. And Michael Schumacher. Don't tell me how the Prost got so far up the field. Don't ask me rather how it got so far up the field. I have no idea. But Schumacher's quickly got past. Oh yeah, we got lovely TV coverage of the Minardi. What's this? Johnny Herbert getting past the Prost? No, because he got stuck up behind him. Or did he get past? Did he? Well, just about got past. Yeah, just about got past there, but there you go. What's this? Oh, Olivier passed. Is he getting past with BAR? No way. BAR was a... These log jams in F1 Manager are just unbelievable. It's why the first lap's so weird. But obviously it's the Malaysian Grand Prix. Well, as I'm recording this, this weekend coming up, obviously, by the time this gets uploaded, depending on when I upload it, I think, if I upload it when I'm originally going to upload it, the Malaysian Grand Prix will have ended. I don't know exactly when it will have ended, but it will have ended. But at the time of recording this, the Malaysian Grand Prix hasn't happened. So I was going to quickly run through my predictions while nothing exciting's happening. So I'm going to predict... Well, actually, no, because I'm part of the Grid Auto Sport. I'm part of the Grid Auto Sport Grand Prix No, not Grid Auto Sport. Just Auto Sports Grand Prix Predictor League with several other YouTubers. So I'll actually put up my predictions on screen now, and we'll see how right I was. Because at the minute, I can't remember my predictions. Well, Hamilton first, and Rosberg second. I don't know who I predicted to come third. I think I might have predicted Massa to come third. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Malaysian Grand Prix. Hopefully it'll be an interesting one. But I'm looking forward to it. And finally us back markers have actually completed the lap. I'm pretty certain the front runners completed the lap ages ago. But yeah, I'll have up on screen. Actually no, I wouldn't have put it up to block the action yet. I'll put it up. I'll pause the action. There you go, pause it. I'll put it up. Now, my predictions for the Malaysian Grand Prix. I'll see how right I was, obviously. I'm in part of this Auto Sport League, so we'll see how right I was. But there you go. So that's my predictions. I'm pretty certain Hamilton, Rosberg, Massa. I'm pretty certain Hamilton to get pole position, because I put Rosberg to get pole position in the last race, and he didn't. Which did surprise me. I'm just going to have faith in Hamilton. I always have done. Ever since I've watched F1, started watching F1 in 2007, I've always had faith in Hamilton. So, there you go. But yeah, no, we'll focus on the actual game. This isn't a Grand Prix prediction video. Actually, I've been thinking about doing Grand Prix prediction videos, and I have got a Twitter account. Well, obviously I've got my main Piers Luton Twitter account, but I've also got a Articles Twitter account. I know you could just say, why don't you just make Tumblr? But I'd rather just have a Twitter account to us, and I just go on Twitlong and write articles. So if you don't follow me on my Twitter or my PSO Articles Twitter, I mean, whenever I post something on there, I do retweet it on my main Twitter account. But follow me now. I always write my predictions. Well, not my predictions, but I might start doing that rather than doing it as videos. But I could start writing my predictions for races, my opinions on anything that's happened in F1 recently. I'm pretty certain I did my pre-season predictions of the upcoming Grand Prix. I've done a couple, of the upcoming season rather. I can't get my words out today. But yeah, just make sure to follow me on Twitter. And then, well, I'm not one of these people who tweet like 500 times a day like some people. But anyway, so Fisicella, I was complimenting about how he's had such a good start to his Grand Prix, but he's retired with a driver error. Clearly he was going too fast. You know, he was going fast, he was doing well, but too fast. Now, Genet's holding up the field remarkably well. I mean, he's apparently Ricardo Zonta's got past him, which is unbelievable considering Zonta hasn't scored any points this season. But he's holding up Minardi and Wirth and Villeneuve actually, and now Badoer's got past the Sauber just like he did last race. And what's this? Hang on, oh, I forgot. I didn't replace the parts on the Minardis. Oh, that's it. We're not going to finish then. Yep, there you go. I completely forgot to replace the parts on the cars, so they were running old parts. Oh, damn it. I've done that once before this season as well. I can't remember when else I did it, but I did it one other race this season. It might have been... No, it wasn't Brazil. Brazil, they just retired because they were stupid and just crashed off. Oh, that's embarrassing, that is. As I said, my 10th place in the Constructors is safe, but I will be disappointed, actually, if Prost do overtake us in the Constructors. That's disappointing, actually. Where were we? We were ahead of Wirth. So if Wirth gets into the points, then that's where we should be. And I'll be quite disappointed, actually. Oh, no, okay, Wirth is just out of an engine failure. We were ahead of Villeneuve. I think we were... Zanardi probably would have got past us. So probably with Villeneuve. Oh, that's disappointing. So, as long as Prost doesn't get into the points, I'll be happy. But David Coulthard an engine failure. That's worrying because we're using Mercedes-Benz engines next year. Oh, I need them to get their reliability down. Although normally they're fine. You just replace the parts before the start of the race. And actually, I think I can't remember who it was now, but someone on Twitter said, that they're playing F1 Manager. I think it was Refused TIJ. He said on Twitter about how to improve car reliability. That's how you replace your parts before the start of the race, which something I don't show. I just do them and just don't show them because it goes without saying. But unfortunately, because I didn't show it, I forgot about it. Okay, so who's the top 6 at the minute? Hakkinen, Hill, Irvine, Schumacher, Frentzen. Okay, so we wouldn't have outpaced any of them anyway. So even if we were still in, we wouldn't be in the top 6 because there's no way we'd be faster than them. We wouldn't be faster than Herbert. Villeneuve probably would have got... Herbert's got past Frentzen. That is very impressive, actually. God, what's happened here? Zanardi's retired. Wirth's already retired. Zanardi, is that Diniz is retired? I can't... Hang on, Diniz? No, yeah, he's retired as well. Oh, there you go, so top 6. So basically everyone retired apart from the front runners then. Well, okay, David Coulthard retired, but apart from him, all of the front runners survived. So Hakkinen survived in first. Actually, that's going to help his Drivers' Championship out a lot. Damon Hill in second, and remember, he is a Minardi driver next year, and finishing in second is great for us. It shows real promise for us as a team, and that's brilliant. Damon Hill in second. Eddie Irvine third, because he's done blistering at the Malaysian Grand Prix. Normally, you don't see him outpace Schumacher, but he has. And he's also outpaced the other Schumacher who's in fourth. Michael couldn't even beat his brother and he's down in 5th. And Johnny Herbert, actually, very impressive for Johnny Herbert. He's in 6th. That's very impressive for him, actually. So yeah, it doesn't matter because we wouldn't have outpaced any of those guys anyway. So even if we replaced new parts and finished the race, we wouldn't have gotten the points anyway. And crucially, Panis didn't get into the points either. So fairly successful Grand Prix, apart from the fact we didn't finish. That was my fault. I'm pretty sure it's the second time that's happened this season, but that's my fault. I'll put my hands up there. I made a mistake, but at the end of the day, we wouldn't have got points anyway. But David Hill in second, brilliant. That shows real promise for us next season. Malaysia, McLaren win at Malaysia. I have been crap with speaking today. I've just been getting words mixed up. So McLaren win at Malaysia, that's brilliant. Race reports, Gustav Brunner's going to be really happy with us, isn't he? Because the car broke. Gabriel Tredosi's going to be really happy with us because the car broke. I'm sure Massimo Cusimano's going to be really happy with us. Yeah. No one's impressed. Yeah. I'll put my hand up, that was my fault, fair enough. But there you go, so we've recouped most, I'm pretty certain because we paid our cut of the salary to people, during this episode. I'm pretty certain we've recouped most of those salaries. But anyway, next episode is going to be the final episode this season, actually. Yeah, it's going to be the final episode this season at Suzuka. It's going to be a brilliant Grand Prix. I'm looking forward to it because it's Japan. It's hosted some brilliant finales in the past. Obviously, the battles that Senna and Prost had stand to mind, to be honest, as great finales at Suzuka. But anyway, brilliant track. I don't think we're going to be in a position that Senna and Prost were. But actually, we might be battling with Prost in a different way, because obviously in the Constructors' Championship, yeah, we might end up battling with Prost next race, so that would be very interesting. And McLaren, have they won the Constructors' Championship? Let me think. They have, yep. Regardless of whether McLaren scored points or not next race, McLaren have won the Constructors' Championship for 1999. I'm sure Ron Dennis is going to be thrilled with that he's won the championship. That's brilliant for him, to be honest. Yeah, because obviously, even if I get a 1-2 next race, and with how well Eddie Irvine was doing this race, you know, I've pretty sure in the last episode I said, oh, you know, like Eddie Irvine's ever going to finish second, but he finished third today, and he outpaced his teammate massively, so I won't count him out, but no, McLaren have won the Constructors, Ferrari is second, Jordan are pretty much guaranteed to get third, but we're there in 9th. I mean, we could fall down to 7th, but at the same time we could also fall down to 10th. So, oh yeah, go up to 7th or fall down to 10th. But yeah, we may well be battling with Prost, like Senna did many years ago. So that should be interesting. Drivers' Championship. Mika Hakkinen is the 1999 World Champion in the McLaren, with Michael Schumacher getting second, and Hakkinen, he's wasted quite a few chances this season, but he has ended up with first, like he should do. I mean, he's in the better car, and he won it in real life in 1999, so he should have won the championship. And even though he's wasted quite a few opportunities, so has Michael Schumacher, to be fair. And there you go, Hakkinen's got first, Michael Schumacher third, David Coulthard's pretty much got third wrapped up, Eddie Irvine fourth, and Damon Hill in fifth. And actually, if he has an amazing performance next race, like he did this race, actually if he finishes where he did this race, next race he will overtake Irvine and get fourth, and having somebody finish fourth in the previous championship at Minardi is going to be brilliant for us as a team. And there we go, Badoer, even though he's been outpaced by Genet most of the season, he's got 3 points, and Genet hasn't, and Takaki there have 2 points. Actually ahead of Diniz on points, that's brilliant. And manager rating, I don't think much has changed since last race. No, Ron Dennis' manager rating should be high. I mean, come on, he just won the Constructors and Drivers' Championship. I'm sure he had the better car, but oh well. And obviously we've got McLaren's current designer. No, what am I doing? McLaren's current designer next year, so we saw how dominant McLaren were. Hopefully Neil Oatley can get us some of that. But yeah, that's that. So I'll see you next race around Japan for the finale in the first season of the F1 Manager Career Mode. So I'll see you guys then.